Welcome, replayers. Thank you so much for catching us on the back end. We certainly appreciate you. Do me a favor, put hashtag replay. Okay, when you are watching, let us know your name and where you are watching from so that we can give you a proper hello. And again, thank you so much for watching. Hello, you guys. Hello. Tonight is Monday. We are blessed to have gone through a wonderful weekend. And we hope everyone had a productive weekend, whether you rested, whether you worked, whatever that you did this weekend. We hope that it was favorable. I took this weekend to spend with my son, and we did some running around and this and that. And so, we're not able to do that every weekend, but it's good to take out that time so that you can love on your people, right? You can love on your friends, love on your family, because now is the time. Now is the time to love one another. Unfortunately, my family had, such tragedy last weekend. One of my cousins committed suicide. He took his own life. And so, it just let me know even more now that it's good to reach out to people just because you don't hear from someone or just because you don't talk to them every day. And even when you do, you have to make sure people are okay. You never know what they're going through. So I ask that everybody just keep our family in your prayers. I spoke to my cousin, one of his nieces, and everybody. It's such a shock. But he was going through depression and different things, and it can definitely get the best of us. But we have to make sure again that we love on each other. Check on one another. Tell family you love them. Okay, and I know a lot of times it's hard for us to do that, but that is something that is very needed, especially now with everything that's going on. So again, keep us in your prayers. Keep our land, keep our world in your prayers because we need it. We need it. And again, guys, thank you so much for joining me on tonight. My name is Kimbra. I am your passive income diva. I assist new and inspiring business owners on not only creating additional income streams centered around their niche, but I am also a biz builder. So if you need to start your business and you want to know which way to go, I am your girl, and I help lead you to the yellow brick road. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate, and we are here yet again to continue with our series on email sequences. But before I get all caught up into that, we are here Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, over at our business page, Generate Passive Income with Kimbra. So we're gonna, of course, as usual, place the comments in the comment section. We're gonna place the link there. You guys can go ahead and click on there, and that will lead you over to our page. Like our page, you guys, and we have our slew of videos over there. You'll be able to find it in our video section. And again, guys, thank you very much. So we have our YouTube channel that we're continuing to brand, all right? And so we want you guys to go over there and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification button. We go live there Monday through Thursday. So once again, you guys, meet us on over there. All right. And if you have a question about your business, you want to talk to me, okay, and you want to have a dialogue, you want to go ahead and we're going to put that link in the scroller. That's bit.ly/quarantine. That's bit.ly/quarantine and me. Once you click on that, that'll take you over to a questions where you can let us know about your business. We will in turn do our research on the back end, and then we will bring you on to have a candid conversation. All right. That hair's peeking out back here. I tell you, braids. All right. And we will conversation. All right, you guys. So again, thank you so much for being tonight. We are going to be talking about email sequencing, right? And we're talking about building a sales funnel. So last week, we started by telling you what a sales funnel is and why is it important and beneficial to your business, all right? And basically, what we said in a nutshell, that a sales funnel does the talking for you, right? We put that on automation. We answer all the basic questions that a potential customer would need to know about our business: who, what, when, how. Okay. And so once we put together that funnel and we bring people into our funnel, which, as we told you last week, is our actual sales process, right? And so the actual sales process is the funnel. But we also talked to you about actually putting that funnel on automation, okay? In what we known as funnel software, okay? And then last week, we also gave you some suggestions of places that you can go and get a 10-day trial and try the software out just to see how it works for you and your business, okay? So this week, actually, the end of last week, we started telling you about once you get the customer inside your funnel and the communication that you need to have between you and your customer. So just in case that customer didn't buy the first time, right? You will be able to vet them. They get to know you, you get to know them. And then hopefully they become an actual customer by the end of that sequence. So tonight, we are going to continue talking about email sequences when you catch that person or that potential customer inside of your funnels. And so we talked about last week, and you guys feel free to go and watch the replay because we're not going to go back over it detail for detail. But we talked about our welcome email, okay? And what information should your welcome email entail, right? We don't want to have a whole book. We don't want to have a whole essay, but we want to have enough information that lets the customer know that you're welcoming them to your tribe. And if they purchase whatever product they purchase, if it was a digital product, okay, you will wait until they confirm their email address before you send out the products, okay? And so now we're also talking about the value email. The second email of that email sequence would be the value email. And we gave you an example of creating a blog, be it on your website or on a separate, like WordPress, okay? And what you want to do is you want to be able to give the potential customer value. Okay, value. That is the only thing that your customer will appreciate is value. So you want that second email should include an excerpt from your blog post, right? Telling them something about whatever it is your product and your service is, okay? And it's not, we don't want it to sound salesy. It's just giving them good information. So again, an example that we use was CBD, right? Someone sells CBD. So a value post from a CBD would be, okay, you wrote a blog post about, cannabis. Okay, what is cannabis? All right, what is cannabis, right? Because a lot of people don't really know what it is. We hear stories about it, we hear testimonies about it, but do we actually know what it is? Your potential customer is going to want to hear that information because it tells them two things. It tells them, number one, that they can trust you, and number two, that you know what you're talking about when you can give actual research, right? Of what it is. And so what you do is you create a blog post, right? Telling us what it is. And then we'll go back and for that email, you would just include what they call an excerpt, which is about 3 or 4 sentences, if that, of that blog post. And then you want to put an anchor called read more. Once they click on that read more, that will take them directly over to the actual blog post, okay? So not only they're clicking on your email, they're also clicking on your blog post, which brings traffic to your blog post, okay? So it's basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. All right. And so, and so that's the first email. So the second email, you also want to do the same. You want to provide value. Okay. And don't forget that every time you provide value, you want to include the link of your product somewhere in the post, right? Not that you're specifically going to be talking about it. But for instance, if you know what you're writing about CBD, you want to go ahead and highlight the word CBD, right, and include your link so that when they see that highlighted link, they can go ahead and click on that link, and that will take them directly to the actual blog post. So that is something that you can certainly do to get people to visit your blog post, right? Because the point of it is getting traffic to your not only your website but also your blog post. So what I suggest ultimately is that most websites you are able to actually have a blog right on the website, right? Because it's best to have the person, your potential customer, go one particular place so that they won't have to click off your particular website. Okay. But again, if you have to have a blog in a separate place, that's totally fine too. But you want to be able to lead the customer somewhere where they can finish reading the information. The links are also there. So if they decided they want to go ahead and purchase the CBD or purchase your service or whatever, they can go ahead and click on that highlighted link that's in that blog post, right? And they can go ahead and purchase it at that point. Okay, you guys, it is very important. Okay, we're not just writing an email just to be writing an email. Okay, our email is to hopefully get a potential customer. So if you're not doing these things, if you're not linking to your website, if you're not giving the customer value, all they're going to do is click off. They're going to click close, and they may even unsubscribe. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are doing those things. And again, you always want to include a banner at the bottom of your email, right? That little banner that we were talking about, the little animated banner where it just kind of blinks back and forth, and you may have some products moving, or you may have some wording that's really flashing. Okay, so you want to draw attention. Okay, so even if they don't click to go over to your blog to finish reading your content, they might click the banner just because of the hell of it, right? It's clicking in their face, it's drawing attention. So you want to be able to draw the customer's attention at some point to go to your website. Now, keep in mind, you guys, it takes 9 times for someone to see you and your products in order for them to, before they decide to buy. Okay. When we first talked about sales funnels, we talked about the 4 elements. Okay. And one of the elements was evaluation, right? They're evaluating, okay, what it is that they decide that they want to do, right? Do I want to buy? Do I not want to buy? So what you have to do is you have to give them more than enough reason to buy your product, okay? And that is why it's so very important that you include value. All right. And so that's our third email. So what you want to do is you want to add another value post. And guys, keep in mind that your email sequence can be as long as you want it to be. Okay. But I wouldn't draw it out too long because you don't want to bore the customer. You don't want to overwhelm your potential customer, okay? You want to be able to get to the point as, while providing value to your potential customer, okay? So I would say a good 6 or 7 sequence email would do just fine. And now once we get to the last 2 emails, we're going to do what is called the second to the last email will be a soft sell, okay? And what a soft sell is you're not totally talking about your product, but you are really kind of saying, oh, by the way, if you wanted to get this, here's the link. Go ahead and click on it, right? And so it's kind of like a by the way type of thing, because again, you don't want to sound real salesy, okay? So again, you want to go ahead and provide the value, right? You want to provide the value, but you really kind of want to give it to them hard as to why they should buy the product without saying buy this. Okay, so if you want to give the benefits of CBD, or if you want to give the benefits of your eyelashes, or they now have the new magnetic eyelashes, right? That once they put the little serum stuff on their eyes, they're supposed to stick and not come off, right? So that's one of the benefits of the magnetic lashes, so that your eyelashes won't fall off, or you see them, because I know for the life of me, I can't put on eyelashes, half of the eyelashes hanging off by the end of the night, and it's like, forget it. And half the time I just take them off. Okay, so you stick mascara. But those of you like myself that like eyelashes may try something like magnetic lashes. But we need to know first, how is it going to benefit me? Okay, because I'm bad at putting on lashes. I need to know that if I'm going to buy these lashes are going to stay on by the end of the night. Okay, and so basically, we want to go ahead and pump out those benefits that the lashes is going to do for me, because I like to go out, I like to look, I like to put on nice things, and so these having lashes on will benefit me versus me putting on a pound of mascara. Okay, and so basically, that's how you need to look at it when you're talking about selling your product, no matter what it is, even if it's clothes, right? And you're selling a scarf. Okay, what you might want to do is you might want to put together a video clip of someone putting on the scarf in many different ways, right? Show them how versatile your clothing can be, how they can use it. They can either put it on as a shawl, or they can put it on as a head wrap, and maybe get another scarf and wear it as a shawl to wear it as an outfit. Okay, and so there's many different ways you can do in order to reach that customer. Now, again, that's not being salesy. That's just showing them valuable content, right? Because you're showing them the different ways that they can use this particular shawl. All right. And so, you have to think outside the box, even when you are emailing your potential customer, because again, that gives them the time to get in your space. That gives them the time to get in your community, learn about who you are on a personal and a professional level, right? Learn about your product and how your product can service them. Okay. And so that is pretty much the point of providing value. Okay, so again, you want to be able to think outside the box. You want to be able to, just have people trust the fact that if they buy your product, that they're going to get what you say they will get. Okay, if your product makes them feel beautiful, okay, they need to trust that they're going to feel beautiful. Okay, once they get in your product, right? If my product is CBD and I tell you my product helps with chronic pain, people trust that once they start taking my CBD, that it will help with their chronic pain. And that's one of the reasons why, for those of you who sell CBD, know this, that we have to use a disclaimer, because everybody's body is different. So just because you consume a type of product that says you're going to feel better, doesn't mean that your body will accept. Okay, somebody's rejected. All right. So when you're selling things like CBD and stuff like that, or any type of supplements, there always has to be a disclaimer. Okay, so if you're doing that, make sure you always include those disclaimers in your email, because you don't want to guarantee that this is a cure-all. You don't want to guarantee that this is the end all, right? You want to put everything, you want to lay it out on the table, right? And let people make an informed decision, okay? Just like the clothes, and you don't necessarily have to have a disclaimer, but everybody's not going to look like the model, okay? But it will give them an idea of how they would look if you show a plump girl in plus size clothing versus showing a skinny girl, an anorexic model, in something that you say you have in size 5X, right? More than likely you won't get a plus size woman to buy those clothes, because they're not seeing anyone representing who they are with the clothes on. All right, so those are just a few of the ideas that you can use in your email. So we're talking about a soft sell, all right? Again, we're not buy my product, buy my product. We are basically, sending video clips or, adding more information about why your product is worthy of the buy. Okay. And then the very last email, we are going to do what they call is direct selling, right? And direct selling entails you going in, all right? Sell, sell, sell. That's when you want to be as salesy as you can be, okay? Buy my product. This is why you should buy my product. Buy my product, all right? And because that is the only email out of the entire sequence that we are going to be hardcore salesy. Now, can you imagine if you were that salesy from the very first email? Can you imagine how many unsubscribers you would get? Can you imagine how bored the people will get because even if you do have value in your email, they're going to kind of overlook it, or it's going to be in one ear and out the other, okay? Because they can get past the fact that you're just trying to just push this product on them, okay? So you've got to be careful about how you sell your product. If you go in platforms like Instagram and look for like influencers, if you sell clothes, look for clothing influencers, makeup, beauty influencers, and watch how they advertise their product. Watch what they do. Okay. And those are some of the creative things that you can do even in your email, right? Even in your email, they don't always necessarily have to go to your YouTube channel, right? You can put that YouTube clip right in your email, okay? And if they decided they want to actually click on it, that will take them directly to your YouTube channel, right? So you want to be sure that you give them the pathway in your email, okay? And once they click on it and decide to walk that path, that will land them to your website. It will land them to your YouTube or wherever your destination is, right? And so you want to be mindful of that. So I'm going to challenge you guys. Go find someone on YouTube, right? Find an influencer, study that influencer, study to see how they get their engagement. Study, to see the things that they do to draw attention to their product. And I think a lot of times we will find that us as business owners that's trying to sell a product, we are too scared to step outside of the box in selling our product, because we may need to be in front of the camera more. We may need to go live, right? And, talk to our audience. There's certain things we may need to do that we're still not comfortable doing. Okay. But let me encourage you. Those things we have to do in order to sell. Okay. Although none of us like to sell anything, if you're going to make a living, you got to get used to selling. Okay. And if you don't want to get used to selling a product, then guess what? You might as well close down the shop, because everything you do is selling. If you don't have, all of this money to put into marketing, then you know what? You're going to have to be going. All right. Put that imposter syndrome by the side, put fear in the back burner and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this because I need to sell my product. Somebody needs my product. So I need to get out there and sell my product. Okay. And yes, that has everything to do with emailing, right? Because what you don't show on your pages, you can show to your community through the email, okay? And I can almost guarantee you'll get less unsubscribes. You'll get more clicks to go to your website, because they are waiting to see what you have next that you're going to be sending in their inbox. And also, you guys, in your sales funnel, before they join, let them know that you have special offers, right? That you provide just for your community. Okay, let them know that if they sign up, then they may get a special discount code that you won't post on social media, or you may not have on your website, but it's strictly to the email community. Okay, and so that's another idea that you guys can look forward to. And so I do hope you guys really enjoyed our sales funnel process. Okay, it doesn't stop at the email sequencing. You want to continue to just 1, 2, 3, then repeat, 1, 2, 3, then repeat. Okay, so you want to continue to vet those that you are bringing into your sales funnel. And just like your old customers got that email sequence, everyone you bring in, right, will start getting those emails, starting at the welcome email, the first value, the second value, the third value, okay, and how many ever emails you decide to craft, okay? And so if you guys don't really know much about email, you can go places like Fiverr. They have people that can not only create your email sequence for you, but they also can integrate it into your sales funnel so that when you bring people in, you don't have to do anything but just send them to your sales funnel, right? And then, it'll do the work. It'll do the work itself, okay? That's why we talk about automation, because it will do the work for you. All right. So again, you guys, appreciate you joining us tonight. I hope you got a lot out of our sales funnel series. Again, you can find last week's broadcast on Generate Passive Income with Kimbra. Go ahead and like our page and then go over to our video section and you will be able to find that information. Again, we are here Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Again, at Generate Passive Income with Kimbra. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. And don't forget bit.ly/quarantine and me, bit.ly/quarantine and me. If you have any questions about your business, we would love to help you. Okay. And if you don't want to go on live, that's perfect. Fine. We can set up a 20-minute consultation and be sure to answer all the questions that you may have. All right, you guys. Again, you guys have a wonderful Monday. Let's go to bed and wake up and let our Tuesday do what it's going to do and be blessed in the midst of it all. Take care, you guys.